Hey gang, JC here, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, August 26, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Television archives, top of the page. Sexually Speaking with Dr. Kathy Naughton down below. Also our eye candy feature and our rock and roll poll question in the corner, which I'll get to in just a minute. I thought we'd come outside today, sit by the pool. We're not going to have a lot more days like this remaining. There's only something like 28 days left in summer. That just absolutely stinks. So get some of this weather soaked up into your system here, because we're not going to have a lot more of it, and you're going to wonder what happened when summer is over. All right, does it bug you that they're running anti-abortion commercials during the Cardinal radio broadcast? Number one answer, 58% say no, it doesn't bother me. If they've got the money and they want to advertise, go for it. 42% said yes, during a baseball game there's no place for advertising like that. All right, so you got Hurricane Irene coming up the East Coast. And you might even have some rescheduling of some Major League Baseball games, some NFL games, stuff like that. Even some of the 9/11 memorials and things like that are already going on. So what do you think the outcome of Hurricane Irene will be? Because they've done this to us before, where they talk about the death and the devastation and the destruction, and then, nothing really happens. So here's your three choices today. Mass destruction all along the East Coast, including New York City. B, fairly serious damage in places, but not devastating. Or C, there won't be anywhere near the damage they're predicting. Please answer, or in the corner here, we'll give you the results Monday on JC's Daily Dose here at jcontheline.com, and of course on the Big 550 KTRS, where Trish Gazelle and I reside every day from noon until 3 o'clock. All right, the 5 most important things you need to survive a hurricane. You need water and food and a wrench and a first aid kit and a flashlight and stuff like that. If it's a Category 3, that would mean that winds are between 111 and 130 miles an hour. That's damage to exteriors of buildings, big trees being uprooted, power outages for days or even weeks. I've been in wind where it's maybe like, 60, 70 mile an hour gusts, where you almost feel like you're being picked up off the ground. You're talking not quite double that, but man, this could get very interesting over the course of the weekend. New York City preparing for the hurricane. Earlier today, network executives installed plywood over the mouth of Kathy Lee Gifford. That's always important. I was watching television this morning, and I saw a Honey Nut Bunches of Oats cereal commercial. That's post Toasties and stuff like that. Honey Nut Bunches of Oats. And the music they're using is a song from 1976 called More, More, More by the Andrea True Connection. Because they're always trying to use songs from our youth and our adolescence and stuff like that. Give us sort of like a warm, fuzzy feeling. And then you're like, oh, I remember that song. I love that song. And I'll buy some Honey Bunches of Oats. The only problem was in 1976, Andrea True was a porn star. And the song was about pornography. More, more, more when the cameras roll, get the action going. Those are the lyrics to the song. I don't know if anybody checked on that. All right. New issue of ESPN magazine. An article called What If Michael Vick Were White? When he got arrested on dogfighting charges, there are a lot of people that said, well, would he have gotten that harsh a sentence had he been white? Well, the morons at ESPN magazine ran a computer-generated image of the Michael Vick story and a picture of Michael Vick as a white guy. There was tremendous outcry. They took it down, but then they put it back up. So I don't know what's going on over there at ESPN. They're nuts sometimes. Speaking of sports, remember Lenny Dykstra, that chaw chewing, he had that big, always chewing on tobacco when he played for the Mets back in the 80s, and we hated him along with Hojo and all those guys. Prosecutors say that Lenny Dykstra was posting ads for a personal assistant or a housekeeper on Craigslist. And then when the woman would arrive, he would say, well, you got to give me a massage, and then he pulls out his junk. Police started investigating his home on these charges and found cocaine, ecstasy, synthetic growth hormone. He's a little guy. I guess he feels he's got more growing to do. All the charges against him come with a combined prison sentence of more than 90 years. He is best friends with Charlie Sheen, by the way, so go figure. Dan Aykroyd says Ghostbusters 3 will film next spring with or without Bill Murray. Johnny Depp, as you heard on Trish's Trash yesterday, which we do at about 2:45 every afternoon on the Big 550 KTRS with Trish Gazelle. Johnny Depp is going to cameo as a teacher in the 21 Jump Street movie. People who run the Hollywood Walk of Fame have been coerced, shall we say, in the past by huge donations. And sometimes you're walking along there in Hollywood and you're like, that guy's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the game show host. And so now Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton want stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they say, no, that's it, we've drawn the line, and no reality stars, and especially not you guys. We don't care how much money you have. Although, let's just follow that story, okay, and see what happens. On September 6th, iTunes will finally get Aerosmith's old albums, including Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic, stuff like that. Boy, try to find a Bob Seger song on iTunes. It's almost impossible. So slowly but surely, some of these songs are starting to be available to us. A lot of this century, we saw, well, actually a lot of last century, we saw a lot of people homeschooling their kids. And now, apparently, there's a trend in people teaching themselves to drive. One of the greatest summers of my life was 1969. Maybe the greatest summer of my life, 1969. I was taking driver's ed, 15 years old, and got to go to one of the high schools in the area to do it, because I went to an all-boys Catholic high school, no chicks. Suddenly I'm in a classroom with chicks. This was a big, big deal for me. And I was learning driver's ed, and they had a nice track around the football stadium, and we had these beautiful brand new Pontiac Le Mans cars and great stereos in them. I remember it was the summer of Put a Little Love in Your Heart by Jackie DeShannon. Kept hearing that all the time. About a quarter of, let me back up. New survey found that about half of both men and women learned to drive from their father or mother, but about a quarter of each learned from a driver's ed class, and 13% of men and 5% of women are teaching themselves to drive right now. Explains some of the driving, doesn't it? We're basically trained from birth as men to dig skinny blonde chicks. And all the fashion magazines and all the most famous women in movies and everything, skinny blonde chicks. Well, guess what? They got it all wrong. Survey from men in the United States, England, France, Spain, Italy, and Brazil asked all the men, hey, what's your favorite kind of woman? And it turns out that a favorite woman's eye color for us guys, and hair color and body type and all that, they do that. And the skinny blonde comes in third. The ideal woman has an average body type, size 10 to 12. That's a whole lot of woman there. Black hair, blue eyes. For body types, average came in first, curvy, size 12 to 16. 12 to 16 came in second. Skinny came in third, size 4 to 6 came in third. Full-figured, size 16 and up came in fourth place. As for hair, black was first, followed by brown, blonde was third, and red was a distant fourth. Oh, there's some redheads out there. French men are the only ones who picked skinny as their favorite body type. They could all go to hell. When a woman is wearing a dress, it should not look like it's still on the hanger. How many times do you have to hear me say that? Remember that giant Arizona wildfire that burned for 6 weeks this past spring, and John McCain, who wanted to be your president a couple of years ago, suggested that the fire was caused by illegal immigrants. Well, federal authorities have determined that it was caused by two white cousins in their 20s from southern Arizona when they left their campfire unattended. Sorry, John. Now let's talk about some swordsmen. Larry David, who is 64, is nailing actress Amy Landecker. She is 42. 53-year-old Alec Baldwin has moved in with his girlfriend, a 27-year-old yoga instructor, and 51-year-old Sean Penn, who just was given the business to 26-year-old Scarlett Johansson, is now nailing the director of his Haitian relief organization, also 26. Hats off and salute to some great swordsmen. I got a bee flying around me. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not welcome here. I said get out. Look what I did now. Knocked my camera out of the way. Look at this. God, I hate bees and wasps and hornets. What use are they? I think I also tilted this thing down too much. Get out of here. God, I hate those things. According to People magazine, Derek Jeter and Minka Kelly have broken up, man. Rams, Kansas City, tonight, Friday, if you're watching this on Friday, on Fox 2. Birthdaying today. This is how old we're all getting. Macaulay Culkin is 31. I'm sliding down in my chair because I think let's try that again. Let me move that up a little bit. I think that might be a little better. Now I can sit up a little more straight. Pee Wee Herman is 59 years old. Smash Band this weekend, Sunday evening. It's 6 to 9 p.m. at the St. Paul's Church in Highland, Illinois. Go see the Smash Band play. They are fabulous, by the way. All right, JC's High Candy. Today I did an episode of I'm Just Saying on Channel 5 News last night about the commemoration of 9/11, which is coming up next month, the 10th anniversary. And I think that a lot of people are really sort of doing this wrong and sort of empowering the terrorists by the way we celebrate, if you will, and commemorate 9/11. Just listen to reason. I know that people just start jumping up and down and waving flags in my face and stuff like that when I say something other than we should all just be crying and stuff like that on the 10th anniversary of 9/11. I think people are doing it wrong. Just listen to it, watch it, tell me what you think. If you don't like it, don't tell me what you think, because it's already done with. You can't do anything about it. All right, JC's rock and roll poll question for the weekend. What do you think the outcome of the hurricane will be? Do you think it's going to be mass destruction up and down the coast, including New York City? Do you think there will be a lot of damage reports, some real serious damage here and there, but not total devastation? Or do you think that it will be nowhere near what they are predicting in terms of damage and devastation? Answer that question in the corner. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. That's it, JC's Daily Dose for Friday, August 26, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Hey, we won our playoff game last night, our first playoff game. I pitched 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, a couple of hits, 2 unearned runs. We move on to round 2 CNH in St. Peter's on Monday night. I'll keep you posted, but we won last night. Congratulations to 52 Sharks. That's it. We've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.